Hello and good morning. It's New Year's Day and everyone's feeling a little bit worse for wear, hence me still being hidden inside this lovely Grogu onesie. First video of the year for the Nerd Theorist is going to pick up where we left off, which is with the old world and some exciting news that we have got both a pre-order and a release date. So, while my head clears, let's roll those titles. So this is just a very quick video to take a look at yesterday's Sunday preview, as we are now heading into the new year, and the last pre-order news of the year was that the old world will be available for pre-order on the 6th of January. And to top that off, not only is it available on the 6th of January for pre-order, it is released to the public on the 20th. Which is not long, you know, and I'm impressed considering we started this thinking, oh, they're going to take a while and it'll be February or March before we see it. Well, this is brilliant. So both sets are going to be out for pre-order at that date. Also coming out are the books that we've seen previously, the rule book, the two army list books, Forces of Fantasy and Ravening Hordes, and there is also the Arcane Journal for Bretonia, and the same for the Tomb Kings. However, we get a look at what miniatures are going to be available to us on the day, and currently they've only announced the two factions in the launch boxes, which makes sense. I assume the other factions will follow in the coming weeks and months, but some lovely minis and some lovely materials. We get the brand new Battle Standard Bearer and Royal Pegasus in plastic. We get plastic Pegasus Knights once again. We get Grail Knights in 2 packs, a command group and a trio, so expect that to cost a bit, but they are going to be metal on plastic horses once more, which is going to be delightful because metal models are always my favourite to paint, I think, and there's a real heft to them. But in terms of horses, the plastic ones were really good. Full metal units, the Battle Pilgrims with the Grail, and same again with the Mounted Yeoman being metal on plastic. And it's just so good to see these things back in this format. And I know they stopped it for reasonably sensible reasons, but it's probably a lot better than making whole new molds with these. And then we get some in resin. We get the Handmaiden Forge World resin, the Battle Standard Bearer kit, which comes as both foot and mounted options, again in resin. The Paladin that we saw released at Warhammer Fest, I think it was. And then, as with all Games Workshop things now, here are some little trinkets to go with your army, some handy dice, and some reference cards to make flicking through the books less necessary. Although entirely unnecessary purchases. If you've got a bit of Christmas cash left over, it might be nice. And then we get the same again with the Tomb Kings. We get a plastic Tomb Guard kit now as a 20, which is fantastic. We get the Sepulchral Stalkers, which can be made up as Necropolis Knights. Another plastic kit. Absolutely beautiful. We get the Necrosphinx, and probably one of the main reasons I'm going to plump for the Tomb King box is this beast, I feel, because just look at it. But it can also be made as the Kemrian War Sphinx, so might need 2 of those, to be honest, because that is also just a magnificent model. I like them both. I think they're both incredible. You get a classic metal and plastic Cetra on his quad horse chariot. We get a Lich Priest, which is in metal, which I believe was previously in Finecast. I don't know if it was metal before that, but it is metal again. We get metal Ushabti kits. They come in a trio. You can choose between the big ritual blades or the great bows, which is just, look at them. There's so many fantastic models in the Tomb Kings range, and I know a lot of people are upset about the old skeletons coming back and the old skeleton horse, but I think it's an aesthetic that really works. And I'm just keen to get some on the battlefield at this point, I think. Looking at the new stuff, the Tomb King, this is another Forge World resin, and he looks suitably mean, although I don't necessarily agree with the skin tones. We can all paint it differently, can't we? Similarly with the Battle Standard Bearer, which is fantastic. These upgraded Tomb Swarms look glorious. Again, all of these Forge World resin as it stands. So plenty of things there. Once again, trinkets. Love a bit of trinkets. And those dice look a lot nicer than the Bretonian dice. They look worn and sanded and worn by years and possibly made of bone, which is great. And there are more reference kits and card sleeves. Now, as a Magic player, seeing Warhammer have card sleeves is strange. But reference pack for the common Magic items and the laws of Magic. Handy again. Get your spells out. This reminds me very much of the old Battle Magic box where it was all cards, and I've still got somewhere the original 5th edition Warhammer Magic set in all its glorious order, so I wonder how many of them will be similar. I will be going through and checking at some point. But interestingly enough, here we have got common Magic items and laws of Magic with 56 cards in each pack, but you can buy 50 card sleeves. Well done, Games Workshop. Which 6 ones do you not care about? But hey, small complaint. And the whole thing, I'm very excited. That just could have been the same. Could have made things easier. Save you buying 3 packs. They are going to release lots and lots of bases for everybody, which is also brilliant. Like that. If you don't have a 3D printer, you're going to need to rebase a lot of things. All the way up to 150 by 100 mil, which is massive. And then last few bits, movement trays, modular movement trays, and this looks like you are able to add these bits in that are going to upgrade the base sizes for you. I'm not quite sure how easily it's going to be to do, but you get 2 200 by 200 mil sheets, various pieces of edging which you can cut and glue and sort yourself, which is fantastic. But again, handy if you don't have a 3D printer. If you do have a 3D printer, there are plenty of options out there for you. This massive map of the old world is fantastic. It is huge. It is 1 meter by 89 centimeters, and it is going to take some big ass frame and need a lot of wall space. But I am looking behind me there at that comic strip poster and thinking, well, that could be the old world now, couldn't it? It's been up there a while. Maybe it's time for something new. Depending on price, of course. This is Games Workshop. It could be very expensive. No, it will be very expensive. And then just a little note just to say that the 20th of January, the day that it hits the store shelves, Warhammer World is hosting a day of celebration, so you can immerse yourself in the world of legend with demo games and a chance to paint a Knight of the Realm on foot, and a classic jousting mini-game from a 1990s White Dwarf. And I believe I've got that original White Dwarf somewhere, and it was a brilliant little mini-game. So yeah, if you can, get yourselves down to Warhammer World. It's unfortunately no good for me. I'll be away with work, but in the meantime, the rest of you, go and enjoy yourselves. Get your pre-orders in. This is going to be brilliant. Right, I'm going to go find a fry up because I feel terrible. Have yourselves a very good New Year's Day. I hope you didn't celebrate too hard last night, and we will see you again throughout this year as we march towards 1,000 subs and beyond. And thank you once again for your support. Please do leave a like and a subscribe, and pop over to our social media channels, particularly Instagram and Facebook, and follow us there as well, because we're putting content out all the time and it's really good to get your engagement. Right, take care everyone. See you soon.